It didn't take BMW long to fit the high-revving 5-litre V10 engine from the M5 into the 6 Series to create the M6. So now BMW boasts two 500 brake horsepower cars in the M car range. And of the pair, it's the M6 that's the most exotic and expensive. In fact, if you opt for the open-top convertible version of the M6, you'll be buying the most expensive model in the entire BMW range. And at £81,000, the coupe isn't far behind it. Buying that open-top version would be a mistake though, as part of the M6's appeal is the carbon fibre roof. That helps reduce weight by 45 kilograms, at the same time lowering its centre of gravity. That demonstrates the level of detail that BMW's M department has gone to, along with other unique M features like these massive 5-spoke alloy wheels, listed arches and quad tailpipes. Muscular looks aside, it's the V10 that's key to the M6. It allows 62 miles per hour to be reached in just 4.6 seconds. Unrestricted, 200 miles per hour would be possible, but electronics restrict progress at 155 miles per hour. It's an award-winning power plant, 5-litre V10 under the M6's aluminium bonnet, revving to a maximum of 8,250 RPM. It's not all good news though. The V10's high rev nature, with peak power of 500 brake horsepower arriving at a heady 7,750 RPM, means a 7-speed transmission is needed. It's a sequential M gearbox too. BMW's automated clutchless manual shifted by either steering wheel mounted paddles or a centrally positioned gear lever. So there are two means of changing gear. Nothing unusual about that these days. What is though is the bewildering number of settings you can choose for the transmission and power plant. Bundled under BMW's Drive Logic moniker, there are two power outputs, a mere 400 brake horsepower or the full 500 bhp. 11 gearshift programs also feature, 6 manual options and 5 automatic ones. In truth, BMW might have better spent its time perfecting a lesser number of choices. Few people are ever going to want less than full power, and most would like, but don't get, jerk-free shifts when the gearbox is left to its own devices. Admittedly, gear changing does work better when you take control, but it's still far from perfect, dominating the driving experience rather than integrating with it. In day-to-day use, it detracts significantly from the M6's appeal as a road car, though it does work well when you've got the opportunity to try it on a track. A racetrack is, unsurprisingly, where the M6 really excels. The high rev power delivery of the engine can properly be exploited, and you can switch off some of the nanny electronics and really enjoy the incredible performance. Here, the most important feature is the M button on the steering wheel. It programs the M6 to its most extreme settings, both for power and gearbox shift speed. At the same time, it optimises the numerous electronic systems controlling the steering, differential, dampers, stability and traction control systems. It turns the M6 into a quite astonishingly capable performance car. While the M6 is unquestionably a phenomenal engineering achievement, few drivers will spend much time on the track. That makes the compromises it demands more difficult to justify. What's more galling is that the M5 with the same engine and transmission is nearly £20,000 cheaper while being both more practical and discreet. And at that price, the drivetrain's compromises are far more forgivable too. On the upside, it's hugely rapid, surprisingly practical, and it gives out a lovely noise. As for the downside, the engine needs big revs. It's got a hopeless 7-speed SMG gearbox, and there's technological overkill.